What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Heart of the City, man. You know what it is. It's where we go around the city and give you all updates on New York City area sports. It's your boy NYG Double Deuce, aka Unpopular Opinion Sports, with my right hand man, Coach Edd Gladney from Coach Edd's Amazing World of Sports. We are the dynamic dude, man. A lot of things to get into. Yankees struggling. Mets, can they overtake the NL in the NL race? Giants and Jets in training camp. And I got some special topics for our New York City Culture segment. And of course, Coach gonna give you the rundown in Coach's Corner, man. All that and more right after the intro. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get it.
Ricey K, the Raisin Man.
What is going on, peoples, man? Welcome back, man, to Heart of the City 97. We are closing in on our 100, Coach. 100 episode coming up soon. Got to do something special for that one. But glad to be back, man. Lots to get into, man. But before I do that, man, shout out to the chat. Shout out to you, Coach, man. How you doing, man? Talk to the people.
I'm good, man. Just taking it step by step, little by little, trying to stay focused on the things I got to get accomplished. It's life, and to all you people, thanks for being here. Appreciate you all, for always being here, supporting us. We couldn't do this without you. So, that's really what it boils down to. So, again, thank you all for being here. Nothing but love and respect, and appreciate you all.
No doubt, bro. Much love and respect, man, to all the supporters. And much love to NYC. News is cooking. News is rocking and rolling. And you know how we do here. We're going to break it all down, man. We're going to break it all down with a little around the city. So let's set it off with around the city, man. Let's hit that real quick.
I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Said I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, the love and respect first.
All right. First off, we gotta get into, where I'm going. The goddamn Yankees. This team right here. Woo! Whoa, buddy. Now, they do get the win tonight. They do get the win tonight over the Texas Rangers. Just but it has not been good. It has not been good for the New York Yankees as of late. I mean, they've been getting beat by everybody. Miami Marlins. I mean, just whoever sweat. Get them out of here. You know, and now they are slipping in the wild card race right now in a fight with Boston, you know, for that second spot, man. And the Mariners are right there. You can be out of it. Missing the playoffs. Possibility of the Yankees missing the playoffs. That's where I'm going with this, Coach. Will the Yankees miss the playoffs? Because right now, I mean, it ain't looking good. It is not looking good, Coach. Because the Cleveland Guardians are 1.5 behind the Yankees right now. When you play in Texas, they also 1.5 behind you. So 3 wild card spots. Boston got 1. They got 2.5 games up on you right now. And then Seattle is a half game over you. And then there's the Yankees. So, I mean, when you look at it, bro, you tell me, will the Yankees miss the playoffs? That's the question. Chat, tell me. Is this team a playoff team? I don't know. Aaron Judge is back, thank God, because without him, they look like one of the worst teams in baseball. To be honest with you. But you tell me, Coach, what's your thoughts?
There's a lot of concerns with this team. I mean, first and foremost, first time ever, you get swept by the Marlins, a team that was under 500 before they played you, and you made them look like world leaders. You supposedly did the trade. You did these trades, brought in all this talent supposedly, and it looks like you're worse than before you made the trades. You let Stroman go. You know, you let certain players, veteran players, go. For what? It is a concern. It is a legitimate concern. Now, do I think they will? I don't want to think they will miss the playoffs. But right now, I'm just too pessimistic, and they can't even beat the teams behind them. That's the issue. Look, if you were losing to the top teams but beating up on the teams behind you, I'm not saying that's okay, but you know what? It's like, all right, I'm still confident they can make the playoffs, get your foot in the door, and then something can happen. But you can't even beat the teams behind you. So it's like, where do you go? I mean, you're right in this no man's land as far as, you know, the playoffs, and there's very little hope for this Yankees team right now. Very little hope. And you lost 2 of 3 to Texas. 2 or 3. You know, like you said, you got the Guardians right there. You got the Rangers. Kansas City, you know what? They're what? 4.5 behind? 4 behind?
Yeah. I
just it's hard to sit here and be confident that they will turn it around and ramp it back up. You know, so do I think they'll miss the playoffs? Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I do think they're gonna end up continue to spiral and miss the playoffs. What are they in the last 10? They're 4-6 in the last 10, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has not been good for this squad. My thing is, though, Coach, who is holding these guys accountable? Because these guys Aaron Boone, Brian Cashman, a lot of people in this organization been there for years. And you're not getting results. You're supposed to be looking for championships. 09, that's the last time you had one. Y'all see it? I keep that back there as a reminder of the expectations for the New York Yankees. It ain't about just we talking about will they make the playoffs? Playoffs? That shouldn't even be a discussion with the Yankees. You're not the Guardians. You're not the Texas Rangers. You're not the Kansas City Royals. You're the New York Yankees. Start acting like it. Or somebody should have to pay. Or not get paid, meaning, you know what?
It's just a sad series of events with this team right now. I mean, like you said, the expectations, yes, I always keep saying that Yankees fans were spoiled. But you know what? That's what you want. You want to see a team that's always competing. And I just don't know with this talent. And then, people talk about analytics. You say who's holding them accountable? The analytics. Because the analytics is telling them what to do. So.
Yeah. You're right. the analytics. That's what we're talking about, right? The freaking analytics. Look, man. I think this team is washed, bro. Straight up. I think they washed. So they do get the victory tonight. 3-2 over the Texas Rangers. But I mean, the Texas Rangers right there, and they just took 2 or 3 from you. So again, get them out of here, man. Dunsky. I'm done with this team, man. Like, for real. Let's talk about the Mets, man. Let's get into the Mets here. They get a dub. Well, they get an L, 4-1. But with the Mets, man, it hasn't been. It's been up and down with the Mets too. But they are still in it. They are still in it. Let's take a look at the standings here, man. And let's break this down here with the Mets, because these New York teams, you see it, man. Right there. The Mets chasing the Cubs. I know Mr. Producer, he happy back there with the Cubbies running the NL wild card right now. But the Mets, again, they're on a 4-game losing streak too, so they ain't doing much better. Took another L tonight to the Guardians. So the Mets, they ain't doing themselves no favors. They ain't doing the Yankees no favors, because they losing to the teams that's chasing the Yankees too. Juan Soto. Juan freaking Soto, coach. 8 for 56 over the last 15 games. I'm struggling. He's struggling. They paid that man a ton of money. So again, you got the Mets. They hurting right now, bro. They hurting on a 4-game losing streak. And they ain't on almost $1 billion man can't hit the baseball. What do you do? What do you do? Cincinnati Reds like, yeah, y'all keep it up. Y'all gonna be out the playoffs too. So will the Mets make the playoffs? What you think, Coach?
I don't know. I just still think the Mets are going to make it for some reason. I really think they're going to make it. You know, they can turn it around. Yeah, it's a 4-game, but like you said, it's been up and down, and it just seems like to me, maybe it's my Yankee fandom, but they just seem to be a little bit more consistent in terms of winning, because the Yankees started out hot, but then it's just really spiraling down. You know, the Mets, for a while they were there with Philly, but you know, do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Yes. For some reason, I think they're going to make it to the playoffs.
Pete Alonso is one home run away from matching Darryl Strawberry's home run record. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Shout out to Strawberry, man. Shout out to Darryl Strawberry. He's still around, man. I hope he's doing well. I know it was tumultuous in New York, playing for both the Mets and the Yankees. But he a trooper, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he held that record for a long time. So for Pete Alonso to be one home run away from matching Strawberry's record, and he'll break it. You know, he'll break it eventually. But what's your thoughts on that, real quick, man? Thought I wanted to throw that in there for the Met fans, man. And RIP, man, Jeffy T, 85. He would have been proud.
I mean, as far as Alonso, you know, matching it, you know, I mean, like you said, it's a long time coming. So, you know, but, you know, as the song goes, a change is coming. Change won't come. So, you know, but again, he's been consistent. He's you know, he's an epitome of being a New York metropolitan. So, you know, and he deserves it. So, more power to him.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Let's switch gears here. And we are going to talk about the New York Giants. We're going to get into a little training camp news here as we switch gears. Giants released their depth chart. New York Giants released their depth chart, Coach. And I hope you guys can. If you guys can't see it, I will read it as we go along here. So there you go. See it a lot better now. Thank you, producer. Your starting wide receivers are Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton. Right tackle, this is the important one, Jermaine Illuminor. Right guard, Greg Van Rotten. Center, John Michael Smith Jr. Left guard, John Runyon Jr. Left tackle, James Hudson III. Now, I'm guessing that's because Andrew Thomas is still recovering from an injury. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with these Giants. Because my concern is still on the offensive line. After all they've been through, after all the moves and shuffling around and moving guys in different positions, and now you got Evan Neal at right guard. Josh Azudu still a left tackle. What is wrong with them, yo? You think you're gonna put this on the field and succeed in the NFC East with those dogs? James Hudson, yeah, he feisty. He ain't that feisty though. And he ain't that good. That's the problem. Coach. I mean, we know the rest of them. That's pretty much chalk. Theo Johnson, tight end. Russell Wilson's the quarterback until they get Jackson Dart ready. But talk to me about the sexy fatties, though. That's where I'm kind of about to lose it right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, if you had Andrew Thomas here at left tackle, you'd probably feel a lot better, right? A little bit better, not a lot. A little bit better, right?
But the problem is he's not there.
No. But I'm asking you, if he was there, you would feel a little bit better, right?
I would feel better, but what strickens me again is the depth.
Okay. So the issue with left tackle is Hudson, right? You're worried about Hudson. So you want to take Hudson out and do what?
And it's nothing they can do because of how they built the roster. You got Josh Zudu out there. I hope really, Marcus Bogue. I mean, he's a rookie though. You can't expect him to come in and do anything. Yeah. So
he's a fifth-round draft pick. That's the thing with me. So if he was a first-rounder, I would say, okay, let's see what we can do. But like I understand what you're saying with Hudson. There's things you can do. I mean, it's not the greatest offensive line, but it's not what we've been dealing with for the past few years either, too. It's still a little bit better, because you said it yourself. Joshua Zuda. Last year it would be Joshua Zuda sitting there. So Hudson is a step up over Zuda. Just a step. But that's also what's going to happen when you have secondary linemen. It doesn't matter who it is, because the issue becomes about Andrew Thomas. That's the issue, because like you said, the best ability is availability, and you can't trust him right now. So, that's where it boils down to, and you're paying him this money. So there's, like you said, there's really not much you can do. This is the offensive line you have. Now, do you trust in the scheme, in your offensive coordinator, your offensive line coach? Because there are things you can do to help, but yeah, defenses are going to do things to, put him one-on-one with their best pass rusher as much as possible. Now, does that mean, you got to get a good back to help in staying in block? Is it, what? Hit him with screens or, draws or things of that nature to take away some of that pass rush to kind of help him in a sense? That's where now it becomes a matter of schematics to me,
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's still a professional. He has experience. The thing is, I just don't trust Joshua Zudu at tackle. Why they keep putting him there, I don't know. But I've been with, just like everybody else, move him inside the guard or get him off the team. That's pretty much it. Why you keep throwing him back there, and you have confidence in him, but you put Evan Neal on the rails, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Evan Neal, he's a first rounder. Zuda was a third rounder, and you're putting him at one of the prime positions to protect your quarterback, whoever is there. So it's like, that's why I take Hudson. He's, he has his faults. He has his flaws. But I'd rather him than Joshua Zuda right now. And because I can't trust Evan Neal to be healthy. That's really what it boils down to. I just can't trust him to be healthy.
Greg Van Rotten ain't no stud either. And then you got Evan Neal backing him up. So again, you kind of iffy at right guard too. John Michael Smith, I mean, he needs to show improvement. I hope he does. I feel good about John Runyon Jr. and Jermaine Illuminor. But yeah, this line is still weak, bro.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. But if this offensive line can get you, in terms of rankings, honestly, if this offensive line can be anywhere from 15 to 20, wouldn't you say that's an upgrade compared to last? And look, I'm not saying mediocrity. I'm accepting mediocrity. But if you started in the shithole, you got to climb out of the shithole somehow, some way. So I'd rather climb to 20 from 32 than to be sitting there at 32. So that's how I'm looking at it. And, a lot of that is the coaching. It is. Mm-hmm. It's the coach. I'm looking for some type of progression. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But shout out to Drew, man.
What's up, Drew?
Appreciate you tapping in, bro. But this is why you don't put Jackson Dart out there right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because this line ain't like that.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't, and you're gonna get that kid beat up. So yeah. Good luck to Russ, but shit, I mean, that's why Russ is making the big bucks, though. Right. Let's take a look at the defense real quick. Then we're going to get into the Jets. So, yeah, that's it. Kayvon Thibodeau is listed as a starting defensive end. You got Dexter Lawrence, nose. Nunez Roches. I hate seeing him right there, man. But anyway, he's the D tackle. Brian Burns, outside linebacker. Okereke, McFadden in the interior. Drew Phillips in the nickel. Polson Adipo, CB1. Tyler Nubin, Javon Holland, your safeties. And it says Cordell Flott or Deontay Banks, or Deontay Banks or Cordell Flott. So that is the camp battle right there for CB number 2. I'm all right with this starting defense. Like we talked about on the preview, y'all see that coming out, man, pretty soon. Check out the NFL ABSN, man. It's dope. But preview all 32 teams. The Giants was definitely on that list for the NFC East preview. So you'll get a little bit of what I'm talking about. But my concern is the D tackle, Nunez Roches, and whether McFadden can tackle or not. Now, I want to ask you though, Coach. Other than that, I feel pretty good about this group here. I do want to ask you though, Deontay Banks or Cordell Flott? Who you got?
I don't care. I'm just like, battle it out. Because you know what? If Flott beats out Banks, okay, let's go. Let's rock. If Banks beats out Flott.
And if he does, it's another number 1 pick.
Okay, but it's you know what? I get it. And, we put so much emphasis on number 1, where you're drafted, and all this other bullshit. I'm sorry. It's who produces on the damn field. Who's the better player? I've seen elite talented players who can't hold the crotch of a player who doesn't have the talent they have. But that player wants it. That player is smarter than them. And they just have that it. So kill me with another first round draft. Who wins the battle? Period. Case closed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. It's like in college. I don't care if you're a senior or a freshman. If a freshman comes in and takes a senior spot, what does that say about that freshman? So Cordell Flott, Deontay Banks, I'm not looking at it as, Deontay's a first rounder. First of all, he did well under one defensive system. Now he's going to another one. So I'm like, all right, you got to get that adjustment. Cordell Flott might have been, all right, that other system might be more beneficial to him. Okay, cool, no problem. But in the end, settle it on the field. Who produces? I'm not picking just based off of where you were drafted and another first round draft pick, whatever. If Cordell Flott is the better player, I don't care if he was a third round draft pick. If he's going to help this defense, all right. Now, does that mean Deonte Banks is crap? It might just be that Cordell Flott really elevated his game, and Deonte Banks is right there. So,
and that's where I'm getting at. Is it that or is it that? And the other thing here too is, what's Banks' attitude going to be like if he's benched over for Cordell Flott?
That's what I want to see, because if you sulking or whatever and you're not supporting your teammate, you right where you need to be. Sit your butt over here right next to me, and then when I get a chance, I'm shipping your ass out of here. I'll ship you over to Cleveland. No, Cleveland got a good defense. I'll ship you somewhere where they don't have a good defense. Defensive purgatory. So, but look, I'm fine. Right now, I look at it honestly. You got three number one cornerbacks. Just in a sense, look at it like that. I know you're gonna say he's not a number one, but what I'm saying is starting caliber, outside boundary cornerbacks. You got 3 of them. That's a good type of situation to have. So who's gonna win the position? And that's all I want to see.
Yeah. Shout out to Mets. What's good, Mets? Yeah, we talked about the Mets already, man. I wish you would have popped in when we was on that segment, but appreciate you tapping in, though. Drew says Banks got an interception today.
Yeah, I heard that.
Good for Banks. Good for Banks. I hope he gets the spot. That's what you want. Elevate your game, like Coach said.
Here's one thing I got to say about Banks, too, because people kill him about, he doesn't get his head turned around. In 2 years, he has 23 PBUs. You're doing something right if you're getting past breakups. That's 11 and a half per season.
It's the system.
That's where I'm going, because under Wink's system, we all loved him. Oh, he's this, he's press cornerback and whatever. But now you're getting into, sometimes you got to play a little bit off more. You got to play zone. It's different. And it takes time to adjust. But if I'm looking at that, now look, on the initial phase, if a receiver stacks you, do you squeeze to the hips to get in position? Are you playing the hands to knock it? Okay, fine. Sometimes you want to turn your head. People say turn your head around. Ladies and gentlemen, walk down the street next to somebody, and then all of a sudden, turn your head and look around and see what your body does. Mm-hmm. See what your body does. There's a technique you have to work on. I do agree with that. It's not easy. It's not. So, yes, he has to work on it. I'm not saying he doesn't. But to sit here and kill, because that's all I hear. That's all I hear. Oh, he doesn't do a good job of getting his head around. That's all people kill him for. He doesn't get his head around. I'm looking at, what's his recovery? How does he close? Does he squeeze? Does he feel? Does he impede? Is he grabby? When he's running with a receiver and trying to turn around and look. Those are the things I'm looking at more than, he doesn't get his head around in time. Well, you know what? If that's your only gripe, you try to walk down the street with somebody and turn your head to see what kind of separation you're going to create, as opposed to, I'm going to play his hands, shoot my hands in between his, and knock the pass away. I'd rather that's some of the basic techniques I've always taught my cornerback. So
yeah. Tudo, what's good with you, man? Long time no hear from you, brother. Appreciate you tapping in, man. We holding it down over here on the ABSN network, man. You're gonna see a lot more of us, Tudo. Don't worry, brother. We got a lot of things coming, especially for this football season, man. Hope all is well with you and the crew over there, man. I hope y'all doing good, man. Shout out to Tudo. Leaf. Yeah, I might bring you on here in a minute, Leaf, because we do need to tap into the Nets. But before that, I got to get into the dang on New York Jets. The New York Jets. Oh, Justin Fields. Him no look too good. He no looking good right now, Coach. What's going on? They saying Justin Fields is struggling in Jets camp. Look, I've been telling people this for a while about Justin Fields. If you think Justin Fields is this quarterback that's going to go out there and throw, 300 some yards, go, have 65, 70% completion, and have a bunch of passing touchdowns. That's not his game. He's not that quarterback. They saying he's missing passes. He did finish above 50% completion during Tuesday's practice, so I guess that's a milestone for him right now, just to get at 50%. I don't know, man. I don't know. This situation right here ain't looking too good for the Jets. Tyrod Taylor is the backup. We know what Tyrod is about if you're a Giants fan. He's solid, but he ain't somebody that's going to last, but maybe a couple of games before he get his something broke on his body. So Justin Fields, though, they went and they took a chance on Justin Fields. I mean, is this a concern for you, Coach? That's my question. Is this concerning? Justin Fields struggling in camp?
Yes, it is a concern. It is a concern. But, I'd rather it be in the early part of training camp. And what do you do to help him get out of these issues? First of all, I'm looking at the schematics, and then, what are you doing? I mean, are you working on play action with him? Because you do have some talented running backs. So, if you can effectively run the football, and look, he can run the football. So now that gives you a different element. You can move the pocket with him on occasion. So, you don't have to have him be a drop back type of a quarterback. But, 50% in practice, it is a concern. It is a concern. What is the reason? Is it just that he's just not picking up the offense and he's just late finding the reads? What is it? And, is he dealing with some type of little nagging injury and that, that's also affecting him? I don't know. I mean, is it a concern? Yes. Is it, chaos and, I'm panicking? No. I'm just like, all right, let's take a step back. Even if that means I got to strip back some of the things in the offense, just so he can pick it up, just to keep it as simple as possible. But, that's where I'm at with Fields. So, I mean, he has talent. It's just, what is it? Is it more mental than the physical?
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, I am worried about Justin Fields as well. Because I just don't think he's that good. I mean, I've been saying that. And that's not a knock. It's just, I think people are trying to make him better than what he is. He is who he is. It's kind of like Daniel Jones, to be honest with you. I think people were trying to make Daniel Jones better than what he is. He is who he is. We break it down. Same thing with Justin Fields. They both was put in bad situations in New York and Chicago, respectively. That did not help their development. But I see the same type of quarterback. Justin Fields is just more athletic. I mean, honestly, Daniel Jones probably is a better passer. But it's the same type of deal here. Justin Fields just ain't that good, bro. And because of it, I don't think the Jets are going to be that good. Unfortunately. And you don't have a very valuable backup option, to be honest with you, because you don't have a young quarterback on your roster. You got rid of all of Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson. I mean, I can't fault them, though. They wasn't good. But you drafted them, so what's wrong with the organization? Again, much like the other football team in New York, it starts at the top.
We have a new GM and a new head coach, so we'll see down the road what they'll do. So, I also give them a lot of leeway. So, even if this season is atrocious, you might be in position to draft you a quarterback next year. Then, so
yeah, That's true. That's true. Let's get into the Knicks. Let's talk a little NBA here. We're gonna get into the Knicks and the Nets, and we're going round it out. Just a couple quick topics here. So Hoops Hype, they have their top 26 point guard rankings. And Jalen Brunson checking in at number 3. So yeah, wow. Jalen Brunson checking in at number 3. So the question is simple. Is Jalen Brunson the third best point guard in the NBA?
Who's on the list, first of all?
I'll run down the list for you real quickly. So let's back it up here. Right here it is. You guys can go look this up. Hoops Hype. Top 26 point guards for the 25-26 season. So Tyus Jones, number 26. TJ McConnell. Shout out to TJ McConnell, man, number 25.
Hold on, let me just ask you something. Is this going into next year, or is this just
from for 25-26 season?
Okay, all right. Because I was already saying, if you got McConnell, is this that? Because I'm saying, I'm going to go. Does that mean Halliburton is not on here? Then that must mean the injury. So okay,
yeah.
I'm with you now. Go ahead.
So Dennis Schroeder, Sacramento. Emmanuel Quickly, 23rd. Stephen Castle.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Drew Holiday. Andrew Nembhard.
But see, now you got 2 Indiana Pacers on there as point guards. That's okay.
Their list.
Yeah,
19,
really.
Kyrie Irving. Jalen Suggs.
2 Orlando Magics 18. On there.
Yep. You ain't got no Brooklyn Nets on there. That's why it's teams that's left off. They don't have anybody on there. So, I know the Nets was one of them because I looked through it. Ain't no Nets. Fred VanVleet, 17th. Peyton Pritchard, 16th.
Okay.
Interesting. Josh Giddey.
He's considered a point guard, not a point forward. Okay. Nah, hey, you're right. It's their list.
Yeah. Okay. No, he's a point guard. LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
Jamal Murray, 13. All right, now we get into the nitty gritty. Darius Garland, number 12.
Okay.
Derek White,
2 Boston
11th.
Celtics. Okay.
Yeah. Tyrese Maxey coming in at number 10. De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
That's 2 Spurs on there. Yep.
2 Spurs.
Coming in at number 9. Ja Morant.
Okay.
Number 8. James Harden. Number 7. Trae Young. Ice Trae. Number 6. Steph Curry coming in at number 5. Wow. So Jalen Brunson is better than Steph Curry. Cunningham coming in at number 4. Interesting. Okay. Then there's Brunson, and then they have Doncic and
that I kind of figured out. Okay.
So thoughts. Go back to Brunson here. You've seen the list.
Based on the list, the way it was constructed, if you want to argue Steph, Cunningham, and you finagle, to me, they're all pretty much the same. Right there, your top 10 for the most part. I really don't have a problem with your top 10, how it's constructed. I don't. To be honest with you. If you say Brunson was 5, I wouldn't argue with you on that. That's fair. That would be fair. 3, it's fair. I get it. I understand why, he would be considered 3, based on past experiences. Now, the question is, being that he's in a Mike Brown system, Does that change the dynamics a little bit more? Because are they going based off of how he was on the tip system, where he was so ball dominant, where he might not be as dominant as he has been in the past?
Okay.
So, but right now, I mean, I can understand why he's 3. I can also understand the argument why he could be 4 or 5. I'm fine with it. So,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely top 5. I like Jalen Brunson. I do. I don't know. Is he better than Cade Cunningham?
You see, Cade Cunningham is not a closer. Now, you want to argue Steph Curry? I think Curry's because
those are the ones I would argue. I'm not going to argue James Harden or Ja Morant at this point, because Ja Morant.
I'm sorry, Trae Young. He's definitely better than Trae Young. I'm sorry, he is. All right, and here's the thing: Brunson has proven he's a closer. He's a closer. Brunson is a steady closer.
He's a closer too, though.
But has he closed in the playoffs? This is where I was going. Now, if you want to argue Steph, I said I can understand them saying Steph because of his age. Steph in his prime? Hell no. I'm sorry. Hell no. I'm not even that delusional and that much of a Knicks fan to say that. But, right now as we stand, okay. But
they're listing his age, 37 years old. I mean, but I'm just looking at the production. So again,
what was Steph's numbers this year? Okay, what was his numbers this past year?
This year, it says right here 25, 4, 6, 25, and he shot 44%.
And what was Brunson's numbers?
I mean, Brunson's gonna have better numbers, yeah, but it doesn't necessarily.
You said production. That's why I was going off of that. You just said.
I mean, I'm talking about throughout his career. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's the thing. You're saying career. That's why I said if it's a career at Steph at his peak. No, I said I'm with you. No,
going into the season, yeah.
But yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. So if you want to put him, if you want to look at it like that, then yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked you at the beginning. You said it was 25, 26 seasons, so that's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah, their list is 25, 26 season. I'm saying I would. Those would be my personal
career.
Argument,
no career numbers,
and I'm not even saying I would even flip it.
To be brutally honest with you, bro, then Steph should be number 1 off a career. If we're going career, I'm sorry, he's number 1 over SGA. He's number 1 over Doncic, because we're talking. You said career. That's why I'm saying that. But if we're saying right now in this spectrum, the way we're playing right now, I understand it. But again, I do understand you making the argument for Steph. I'm not saying I don't, but I understand it both ways. Cade Cunningham. You can make an argument for Cade Cunningham. So, So, I mean, that's why I said those 3 are right where they need to be. Change the numbers, they're fine. They're 3 through 5. They're all of them. All 3 of them. They're 3 through 5. So you want to say they're tied at number 3? Okay, fine. I'll give you that too. So man.
All right.
Tudo, stay in tune for Coach's Corner. I'll touch on records for you.
Ghost. What's good, Ghost Dog? Salute, bro. Mac, what's good with you, bro? Salute, Mac, man. All right. Let's go ahead and
give me the Nets.
Tap into the Nets. I do have a Nets question here. I
miss the Kenny Anderson and Derek Coleman days.
But so real quick on the Nets. Not NBA news is slow, so I'm reaching here, guys, for this content. But so D'Angelo Russell made some interesting comments about the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, Russell leaving the Nets in free agency. But again, says right here, real quick. So he says, the organization of Brooklyn is different. It's unlike any other. The performance, team, coach, everything about Brooklyn is different than you would expect, Russell said in a video posted in NBA Reddit community. And I've been around the league where I came from, the Lakers, where the structure is not the same. Dang, Lakers. And then I go to Brooklyn where it's all structure and it taught me how to be professional. So again, I want to ask the question because the Nets are down. I get it. But they have attracted stars before. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. They picked the Nets over the Knicks. Can Brooklyn become a preferred destination for NBA superstars in the future? Now, they got a ton of capital. If they get a superstar, or if one of these young, talented players they have elevate into a superstar, given what people are saying about the organization itself and how it's ran, will it become a preferred destination for NBA superstars? Or can it be? Because again, it's less pressure than going and playing for the Knicks. You still get the market of being in New York. You don't have a owner like James Dolan, you know. I think players have a little more say when they go to Brooklyn. And I think the Nets, not recently, but they are a little bit more of a patient organization. So can Brooklyn become a preferred destination for NBA superstars? Not right now. Obviously, they're a bad team. You know, they went through the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden stuff. They rebuilding. You know, they got these young guys coming in. Igor Demon, you know, Nolan Torrey. You know, some of these guys they just brought in, they drafted. You still got Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton over there, et cetera, et cetera. Young talent. They need that star. I get it. But chat, coach, can Brooklyn become a preferred destination for NBA superstars? I made my case. Talk to me.
Any place can become a preferred destination. Look at Oklahoma City. I mean, if you're winning, the bottom line comes down to winning, to be honest with you, bro. Because let's just say hypothetically, the Knicks go on to win the championship. You don't think superstars are going to want to come to the Knicks no matter what? Yes. If you're winning, they want to come, period. They want to come and be a part of your organization, period. If it's in LA, if it's in Boston, if it's in Philly, if it's in Chicago, you go out to Portland. If Portland was to win, they're going to want to go there. Mm-hmm. I mean, the day and age of small market, no, they want to be around winners. So, to your question, can it? Yeah, it can become a preferred, but you're going to have you have a lot of work to do. Now, Russell's comments of talking about the structure and knowing how to be professional. First of all, that's a lot of credit to your head coach, because he's the one that sets that foundation. It's also about your ownership, and as much as y'all kill your GM, because your GM buys into that. So can it become? Yes. You said it yourself. Not right now. No, not right now. But down the road, sure, it can. You know, Detroit is starting to become the one. There was a point in time Detroit wasn't. Orlando. So the bottom line is, if you're winning, you win, they will come. Period. Case closed. That's what it boils down to. And
they will come.
I will say this. Okay, I can't speak to the Nets about your comment about Joe shot, but as a Liberty fan, The man goes out for that organization, so
he isn't a great owner. He's not a bad owner either.
But in the WNBA, he is one of the best. Or maybe it's his wife. Maybe it is his wife running things with the Liberty. So let me take a step back.
James Dolan is a bad owner.
Oh,
that's the difference.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we talk about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't think James. So I'm not mad at Joe Tsai. My problem is with Sean Marks, the general manager.
But that comment speaks to Marks also. You have to include Marks in that because that's the professionalism he's talking about. Now, he might do his job wrong, but how does he carry himself as a professional? He's made some horrific
trades, bro. Now, I will say, I think he does well in the draft. I like the Nets draft, Corum. I do, because I know what they're trying to do. It's not a sexy draft, but given where they were picking, I like the draft. Given where they were picking and what the options were, and given the type of team that Jordi Fernandez and the type of basketball he wants to play, they're getting the pieces to fit into that type of system. I'm not mad at that, you know. And they have a lot of room to play with. They got a ton of draft picks, so this is just one draft. They got a couple more that they're gonna be armed with a lot of picks to build this team. So, I'm not upset at the Nets at all right now, and I do think in the future they will become a preferred destination because I think certain players would rather play in Brooklyn than have the pressure of playing for the Knicks. Certain guys are just built that way.
Well,
Kevin Durant was one of them.
Yes, you're right. There are certain players, but what I'm saying is, for example, if the Knicks were to win a championship,
I
said if. It's if the Nets win a championship, it's the same damn thing. That's why I said
if neither one of them win, because that's what we're dealing with. So that's what we have to go.
Right now, they're going to want to go to the Knicks. I'm sorry, because the Knicks are in a better position.
But I'm saying if the Nets get a player or two,
if
right.
So what I said is. If with the Nets.
What's more likely though? The Nets getting a superstar or the Knicks winning the championship? You tell me.
Right now, the Knicks winning the championship because they're in the best position. Bro, stop it. You straight hating right now. You straight hating. Coach. The Knicks are in position right now to win a championship.
This is homerism talking, bro.
Homerism?
Their best opportunity was last year. We all said that. They blew it.
So you're not telling me they don't have the opportunity to. So they don't have the opportunity next year to win a championship, but the Nets have the opportunity next year to get a superstar. That's what you're telling me. That's
saying the Nets more likely the Nets get a superstar.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Yo, where's the Florida land? Where's the Florida land that you want to sell me? Come on, bro. I ain't buying that bullshit.
It's true.
No, it's not. That's true to you. That's your truth. That ain't my truth. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Man, shit. All right, man. But, man, that's been around the city, man. We about to switch gears here in a second, man. But I don't. Nah, bro. Like I don't think it's like that, bro. I really don't, man. I do think it's one of the situations where the Nets, I mean, I feel like one of these young players are gonna show something. And I think when you pair that with the young talent, Cam Thomas, and then if one of these other cats start to show something, I think it's going to be and they got draft picks, so they are easily armed with picks to go out and get a superstar. Yes, and if one of these young players show something and they want to swap or they even just want to add to the talent pool and flip the picks for a player, I think that's more likely than the Knicks winning.
No, I don't. I see the other way. So, but let's agree to disagree. That's the only way we can end this thing.
All right. So let's get into our culture segment here. And for this one, we're going to do. It was tough. I know it was tough. We're gonna do top 5 movies made in New York. So a movie that was made or had a setting in New York, somewhere in New York, or Jersey, if you want to extend it there, because this is part of the city. So
I didn't do Jersey. I specifically didn't do Jersey.
I did say New York, so we can be specific here. Yeah. So but let's get into it, man. And I'm a read my list first, because last time we read yours, so we'll do it in reverse this time. So y'all stay tuned, hit that like button. It's Heart of the City, man, and we'll be right back right after the intro. Let's hit it. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. So all right, man. I'm gonna go first with my list. So coming in at number 5 is gonna be Crooklyn. Movie Crooklyn, Spike Lee joint. This movie was actually made in my neighborhood, y'all. Yes, in my neighborhood in Brooklyn. It was called Crooklyn. I watched while they filmed the movie. It was dope. Then I got to watch the movie, in the theater. So, Spike Lee's made some amazing movies right there. That was right around the street, right there, right fucking there. He showed it. That's my fucking block, right fucking there. Yeah, bro. That's number 5 right there. Crooklyn. Shout out to Spike. All right. Number 4. Goodfellas. Goodfellas, man. Goodfellas. Classic, bro. This is a classic mob movie. One of my favorites of all time. I know The Godfather. This is my Godfather. This is my Godfather right here. Yeah. Shout out to Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, all the classic mobster actors in the 90s and 80s. Yeah, that's number 4. Number 3, Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what the yeah, bro. Check them out. You see it. Richard Pryor. Man, I love this movie, man. One of my favorite movies of all time. Harlem Nights. If you ain't got Harlem Nights in somewhere in one of your favorite movies, top 10 or somewhere, come on, man. Come on, man. Red Fox, come on, man. Come on. The list was far
I'm not coming home. I'm not coming home. Click.
Oh, man. Number two. It's number two, man. Top 5. My top 5 movies made in New York City. This is the culture segment. Coming in at number 2, we got the Warriors come out and play.
Clinky, 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 clink.
Yes, the Warriors, man. Classic gangster movie, man. You, man. Oh, it was popping. Them dudes with the bats. Those motherfuckers, yo. Them dudes with the bats, man. I'm telling you. They was trying to put it on the Warriors, yo. You see this thing right here? This thing right here, had you scared to walk in the city? Word up. It was like that in New York. It was like that. The Warriors, man. One of my favorite movies again. This is my top 5. You got yours. You can argue it if you want to. This is what I like, goddammit. My number 1 movie. Made in New York City. And this got the perfect title. New Jack City. New Jack City, baby. Yes.
CMB.
Jack City. Right. That right there.
The world is mine. The world is mine.
This is one of the all-time classic gangster hood movies, however you want to, action movies. You ain't seen New Jack City.
Haircuts. Yo, I had the box. I ain't gonna lie. I had the box, the hot top back in the day. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. The box fade. I had one too, y'all. Yep.
And I also had a shag in mine too.
In
so
5th grade. Yep. I had a little joint. Man. That's my top 5 though. Y'all can put y'all's in the chat. We about to go to Coach's list, man. But Coach, real quick, what's your thoughts on my list, man? How did I do? Bro?
Yo, I mean, you had they're all phenomenal, man. You can't argue. You know, I mean, they're great. You know, in itself. I mean, they epitomize New York City, tri-state, however you want to categorize it. It does fit it, the culture. You know, a little bit of everything in there. So, you know, you got a little hood. You got the mobsters. You know, you got a little bit of everything in there. So, you know, taking it back to the Warriors back in the day. You know, so yeah, you had everything covered in there. So, you know, Crooklyn, you know, representing Brooklyn in a sense. So, you know, yeah. So yeah. You cool with that. I definitely appreciated that and I like it. So I ain't had no issues with it. So
all right, now we're gonna get into your list. Let me type into the chat. Drew said Escape from New York. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one, man. That is definitely a good one right there, man. But Coach, give him your list, bro. Let's go.
All right, it's coming in at number 5 for me. It's going way back, even way before I was even born. 40-something years prior to that. What? 1933. This is where you really started to see cinematography develop, and in terms of some of the creatures that were out there. Number 5 for me is the original King Kong. You think about that, man. You go way back in the era. You know, the way you see they developed the monkey, the ape. You know, even when they were on the island before they came into the city, and all the different animals there, you know, you saw the development of how it was. And then there in New York, cultivating with King Kong on the Empire State Building, because at that point in time, that was the tallest building in the world. So there it was, epitomizing New York, the ape, the eighth wonder of the world, at the top of the world, at the top of the building, right there before he shot down. So King Kong comes in at number 5 for me. Coming in at number 4, I'm a blaxploitation fan. I had to throw it in there. Something that was really taking it way back when I was a little kid, 1972. I know that's before a lot of you guys, but not for me. And this movie was something special. Now, I battled with another movie that was kind of similar. Number 4 for me is Superfly. I mean, what could you say about, oh my gosh, you want to say pimps? Okay, yes. But the players, the game, you name it, it was there. You talk about gangster styles, it was there. Now, I did battle Shaft, the original Shaft with this, but Superfly was just it for me back in the days. You know, growing up, being in Brooklyn, going to see my grandmother, I did see a lot of them out there. So Superfly came in at number 4 for me, so it's real special. So there you have it. Coming in at number 3, 1993, A Bronx Tale. You talking about another gangster mafioso meeting? This is the scene when the bikers were in there and they came in. Bikers were trying to talk trash and own the bar, and what did they do? They closed the door, locked it, boom, and they beat their asses. This was classic mafioso for me. This was what it was about. I love this. And yes, Robert De Niro talking to his son, trying to keep his son from getting involved in that. And I get it and I understand. But there it is, man. You want to come into our territory and think man, that just taught me back in the day, yo, you don't go into the neighborhood and mess with the mafia. You crazy if you think that. So there it is, number 3, A Bronx Tale. Coming in at number 2, a flick in 1989. You know what? I'm taking a little page out of NYG, talking about one of the classic filmmakers back in the days. A Spike Lee joint, another one, Do the Right Thing. Man, what can you say about that? I mean, it gave you a little bit of everything. It gave you being in the hood, the pizzeria, radio. I mean, you name it, it was there. It was all there, man. I just love Do the Right Thing. People used to say to me, Ed, you know, kind of saying High Top Fade is radio. And I used to walk around with a big boombox. So, there it is. That's yes, radio, right? I mean, it's there, man. And Spike Lee, you gotta love Spike Lee in his movies, man.
Shot in Brooklyn, yeah.
Yes. Now, I will say this. I battled Do the Right Thing with She's Gotta Have It, though. I did.
Yeah.
I really did.
That was another classic.
It was really hand in hand. So that was it. And coming in at number 1, yes, my brother, you had it first, but it's my number 1 movie from 1979, The Warriors. See, me, I had a minor league semi-pro football team called the Warriors, and my partner and I, we were big fans of the movie The Warriors. I mean, when they came together with all the gangs, and then they were trying to say, oh, they killed the leader. Oh, and everybody was going after them and battling them, and like you said, going down the alleys at night and being afraid. That was it until you came to the culmination at the end on the beach, and you saw that it wasn't the Warriors, but it was someone else. Yes, the Warriors was the shit, man, back in the days, and I used to love it. 12-year-old kid, and I was just like, Man, I will tell you, this was so hard. I had so many special considerations, something like Saturday Night Fever, Ghost Star, Waves of the... I mean, I'm going through it. I had
Mac, can you dig it?
Yes. One of the ones I will say honorable mention, American Gangster. That was also another hard one for me.
That was good.
That was
that was it.
Yeah. So, but that's it. That's my 5. Coming in at 5, King Kong. 4, Superfly. 3, A Bronx Tale. 2, Do the Right Thing. And number 1, The Warriors. Those are my New York movies made in New York City. So, there you have it. Go ahead, tell me whatever you want to tear it up. I don't care. That's my list. So now, one thing I want to say to you, because you did say Jersey. I didn't put Jersey in because I was so close to putting in Belly. I was so close.
Belly and New Jersey Drive. New Jersey Drive was my shit.
Oh man, I'm sorry. The producer got to say something here.
What?
New Jersey Drive was my shit.
Yes, I know that.
Yo, this culture section is one of the dopest things that you will see on YouTube.
Yes,
especially come here to the ABSN. And one movie y'all forgot, and I got both of y'all.
What?
King of New York.
Yeah. Yes.
With Jimmy Jump Off.
Yes.
Lawrence Fishburne played his ass off in that movie.
What's my man? Walking.
Something Walking. I forgot it.
Yeah,
Christopher Walken. There you go.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken. There you go. That has some actors for your ass in that movie. King of New York is one of my favorite movies, and like I said, guys, I do apologize, but I had to jump in. New Jersey Drive, that was my movie back in the day. But continue on, back in the shadow.
Yo, one thing though, I wanted to tell you about Belly. All right, you talked about Crooklyn made in your neighborhood. There's a scene. Remember where they break out of the projects and crash the car? That was made in Rahway, New Jersey, and we were right there watching the making of that. Everybody in Rahway was there. Yeah, so that's why. But that's why I kept Jersey separate.
Oh, that's dope as hell, Coach.
Yeah, so it was just.
Well, maybe we'll have to do another one for Jersey because it is some dope movies made in Jersey. Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yes, man. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in. Yes. Oh, yes. Right. Yes. See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
That's a fact, Mac. If there's a nickel bag in a park, I want in.
Yes. So this was a dope session, man. I appreciate it, man. It was hard.
Yeah,
it was hard.
It was.
I challenge y'all to go out there and do it. Y'all gonna sit there and be like,
give us your top 5, in the chat, man, or if it's something we left out that you guys forgot about, man. Y'all let us know, man. But y'all know how we wrap it up, man, like we always do with the coach and Coach's Corner, man. So man, y'all hit that like and subscribe, feel the vibe. This is Heart of the City, man. Coach, let them know what's up, man. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's hit it, man. Coach's Corner, it's time. Let's roll.
All right, everyone. Appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Coach's Corner. I'm going to really dive into some things. First of all, shout out to the love of my life. Rest in peace, baby. This is for you. This August 6th, 2025. You know how I get during this time. So this is for you. So we're going to start with a little bit of Syracuse news. So doing some research, in Syracuse right now in terms of recruiting ranks for the 2026 season, they're holding in the 25 to 30th rankings right now. They have some players from Florida that a lot of schools are still trying to recruit. And I was reading an article that said, can Syracuse hold on to the recruiting class from Florida? Now, in an article called Inside the Loud House, there's a lot of wonderment about Syracuse and Coach Fran Brown maintaining the bulk of these recruits through the season, because it's vitally critical for the class approaching the top 25 nationally at the moment. You know, in this class right now, Syracuse has one 5-star recruit. He's the number 2 receiver coming out of high school, Calvin Russell III. That's the young man pictured right there. You know, right now it's very impactful that they get into the top 25. So holding on to these kids from Florida, because a lot of schools go to Florida and recruit because there's a plethora of talent down there. And Syracuse is no different. And right now, I believe they have 9 or 10 in this class for 2026 on the table. So it's just a matter of time. You know, can they hold on? Because this also will affect the future of recruiting, you know, because this also builds relationships. So time will tell. So we'll see what happens. So, but right now, we're going to move on to the next topic in Syracuse football. And it's right now you have 2 players, Will Nixon and senior Will Nixon and sophomore Yasin Willis. They're on the Doak Walker watch list. Now that's for the top running backs in college football. And they have 2 players who are on this list. So it's a special type of award. You know, you can go back and you can look at a lot of the elite players in college football at the running back position who have won it and gone on to the NFL. For Syracuse to have 2 players to be mentioned, that's high praise. So, you know, what does Coach Brown and their offensive staff do to help these players capitalize on this opportunity? So we'll be keeping an eye on that as the season goes along. So shout out to them going forward. So moving on to the next topic. Syracuse, one of their redshirt freshmen, Tyron Hale. Before I was calling him Hines, but it's actually Hale. He's a receiver, but they have moved him to defensive back. In this day and age, think about it. You know, you just had the Heisman Trophy winner who played both ways, receiver as well as defensive back. Hale was a major get for Syracuse. Syracuse, he picked Syracuse over schools like Penn State, Rutgers, Boston College. You know, so this speaks to the level of talent that he brings. And for him to be able to right now, this is also about him getting on the field. So for him to get on the field, he wants to play on the defensive backfield, but he has very good wide receiver skills. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we go forward. So, but you know, that's pretty much it in terms of those. One other thing we're going to talk about real quick. Just wanted to mention Syracuse, they start their season August 30th versus Tennessee down in Georgia. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. You know, you guys, I'll mention it again. It'll be a 12 noon kickoff. So that's going to be a big game. Tennessee is no slouch. So then they play that good SEC football down there. So one other thing we're going to touch with in terms of Syracuse, shout out to the New York racing team. They're actually honoring Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, and Floyd Little. They have a racing car, an orange racing car, and they're making it number 44. Look out for this in any racing circuit events that you see out there. You know that this is the New York racing team honoring these great football players from Syracuse University. So definitely going to be keeping an eye out for that as we go along. So, but I thought it was special, you know, seeing that, you know, because well deserved for those legends. So that's going to close out the Syracuse. I was doing this and I was like, you know, thinking about St. John's. And I thought about one player that, touched my heart watching him play basketball back in the day. And I just wanted to pay homage to one of the New York City legend, rest in peace, the great Malik Sealy. If you ever had the opportunity to watch him in high school or at St. John's, you would just see his game was silky smooth. It was classic. He wasn't the type of player that, you would feel like, he was grimy. He was just smooth about it, taking it to the down the lane and just laying it up the way he played, and then transitioning into the NBA. He sticks out for me with the Minnesota Timberwolves back in the day. So I was just thinking about him. I was just like, you know what? Let me show him some respect and some love, because not a lot of people talk about Malik Sealy. So rest in peace, my brother, and thank you for the many, many wonderful memories. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment, and it's going to talk about a subject that, I have not talked about. It's a women's sport, but I haven't talked about it before. And it's talking about Princeton University, and I'm talking about women's golf. Yes, women's golf. I'm not a big golf fan, but I was reading, surfing through Princeton, and I saw this article, and they had 3 members on their golf team who entered the 125th U.S. Women's Amateur. 2 of them advanced to the stroke play, being among the 64 players bracketed in the match play out in Oregon. You have senior Catherine Ryle. She's the 2025 Ivy League Player of the Year. She was tied for 4th over the 36 holes of stroke play. So she did very well. Had a little rough spot, started out on fire, had a little rough spot on the back 9. But in her second 18, kicked holes, no bogeys, and she surged up to the leaderboard. So she's safely advanced to match play. And then you have sophomore Olivia Duan. She's the 2025 Ivy League Rookie of the Year. She shot an even par both days with matching 72s in the slot at 144, which was tied for 44 to advance through. So kudos to them. Going to be looking forward to them, following them in their journey with Princeton's golf. Is something that I said I want to add on to Coach's Corner. So, and finally, I'm going to bring it home. You know me, got to talk about Rutgers. So recently, Rutgers introduced their new athletic director. This is a big get for Rutgers. President Tate, who came to Rutgers from LSU. He was the president at LSU and came to Rutgers, and he went back to Rutgers and got one of the hot rising young admins in college sports. Now, Zen has 20 years of experience. She's worked in compliance with the Big East. She was the assistant athletic director at Maryland. She was the assistant athletic director of compliance, senior associate athletics director, interim athletic director, and deputy athletic director at West Virginia. She was the executive deputy director of athletics and the chief operating executive at LSU. And she was also, and she's been promoted to Rutgers to be the athletic director. Now, when you think about, what she brings to the table, I mean, she's great at fundraising. She's done a phenomenal job in itself in raising money, whether it's for the NIL, for facilities, or the programs themselves. So for Rutgers to get them, even the great Paul Feinbaum has even talked about this is a big get for Rutgers and a even bigger get for the Big Ten, because you take a up-and-coming young talent out of the SEC and you bring it up north. So kudos to Rutgers. Hopefully she will go ahead and continue her growth and bring something magical to Rutgers. So next, I want to talk about one of the players getting back onto the football field. And it's going to be a transfer wide receiver from North Texas, D.T. Sheffield. He's actually been named to the 2025 Biletnikoff Award, as well as the Paul Hornung watch list. So these are some major awards in college football. And Sheffield has been one that, they have talked about in terms of that. Now this is his first season coming to Rutgers, but at North Texas, he racked up 190 receptions for 2,600 670 yards, as well as 35 receiving touchdowns. So, and that's over 41 games. So that speaks to the dynamic that he brings to the table. And Rutgers is excited to have him on the table. So kudos to him for coming over to Rutgers, and definitely going to be watching out for him and what he brings to the table. And finally, to bring it home, Rutgers has 9 players that were named to the Shrine Bowl 1000. Now, this is a bowl representation that lists a collection of the top 1,000 all-star eligible players at the FBS, FCS, Division II, Division III, and NAIA level. So this is it also serves in the early indication and looks for scouts looking for draft picks. So this is a great opportunity for these players. Now on the list is running back C.J. Campbell Jr., linebacker Darrell DeJumbo, offensive lineman Brian Felter, quarterback Athenian Khalif Manis, DB Bo Maskell, defensive lineman Eric O'Neill, wide receiver D.T. Sheffield, defensive lineman Bradley Weaver, and offensive lineman Gus Zielinski. So this is a great opportunity for these players to shine, to show their wares, and then also possibly get invited to the Shrine Bowl, because you know that's one of the major bowls that is out there. So that's going to be it today for Coach's Corner. I really appreciate everyone for taking the time to listen to me as I bring you some special news out there. So, but with that being said, going to turn it back over to my brother NYG. Let's go.
All right. That was dope, Coach, man. R.I.P. Malik Sealy. Did not know that he had passed. Yeah, I remember him on the remember he was on those Pacers teams. Used to come off the bench, back in the 90s. I do remember him playing in the league.
How could I forget Eddie, one of my favorite movies. This is a classic New York City movie, and Malik Sealy was in there too. Because he was the one who, oh my gosh, I forgot.
Eddie with Goldberg.
And I was like, that was my joint. It's about the Knicks too. See what I mean about the movies? You think about it. It's always something.
It's a lot. It's a lot. That's why I had to put that in there, you know, because it makes you think and it takes you back. You know what I'm saying? You go out here on Heart of the City, man. But dope show. Yeah, man. Any last thoughts, Coach, man? Shout out to the chat, man. We had a good chat in here today, man. Shout out to all y'all that pulled up. Mac, the Giants fan, of course. Two Giants goofballs, Drew, William Horton. Shout out to you too, man. Nickelback is so in the park. I want it. Classic line. Shout out to Kerm. Shout out to Ghost Dog. Shout out to Tudo. Appreciate you, man. Leaf Diggy. Yeah, man. Mets. Shout out to Mets, man. We're gonna bring you in next time, man, and let you rain on the Mets, man. Because they need to be ranted on too. Just like these dang on Yankees, man. These Yankees, how I be going in on the Yankees. You're gonna see Mets next show go in on the Mets like that. So and Leaf, same thing with you, man, with the Nets too, man. We're gonna start bringing you guys.
Watch out. I was talking about dual players. Bo Melton, he's playing DB over there too, and he just had a couple of great days over there from Rutgers. So,
no
check out yesterday's show. We got you covered. So we covered a lot yesterday too. So,
yeah, man. Hope you get settled down there, in your new spot, man. Shout out to you, man.
Be safe, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But shout out to our producer, man, Big Pat, on the turntables tonight, man. What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you, man. How we do, man? Talk to me, man. How we do, man? How was the show, man? Any corrections or suggestions?
Only correction I have is I got to be a part of one of these cultures. That segment is ridiculous, man. The New Jersey Drive, and I said, I forgot a classic, man. King of New York, man. Jimmy Jump Off, man. I'm telling you. And Eddie was very good too. Eddie was very good with Whoopi Goldberg. Yes, it was. Oh, and one last one was Mo Better Blues in New York when Denzel Washington Spike.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure.
Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, I think was too.
Oh yeah, Jungle Fever.
That was It's a lot of good ones, man. It's a lot of good ones.
Mo Better Blues. Does it give me?
But we're gonna wrap it up, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate everyone.
Brooklyn, New York. Yep, 1969. Yes, it was.
Oh man, my list would have been totally different then.
Yeah,
the Jungle Fever would have been in mine too.
Better Blues, yep. New Jersey Drive. You got all those, man.
Yep. So let me get out of here because y'all got to get some things rolling. Let me get out of here, but appreciate it, man. Producer,
no doubt, man. But Coach, man, we're gonna come back next Wednesday with another fire show. Hope y'all have a good night. Hope y'all like the show. And until the next one, man, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real, man. Heartbeats in the city. We out of here. Peace.